Democracy and equality go hand in hand. One without the other is not possible. India is a democratic country and the Constitution of India guarantees equality to all its citizens. The key elements in a democracy are people's participation in all governmental activities, resolution of conflicts through peaceful means, and equality and justice to all citizens.
Equal opportunity for all. There shall be equality of opportunity for all citizens in matters relating to employment or appointment to any office under the state. No citizen shall, on grounds only of religion, race, caste, sex, descent, place of birth, residence or any of them, be ineligible for or discriminated against in respect of any employment or office under the state. In a democracy, equality is the central point. Issues of equality are central to a democracy. In India, the issues that have to be rectified are the privatization of health services in the country, the increasing control that business houses exert on the media, the low value given to women and their work, the low earnings made by small farmers. For every Indian to live with self-respect and dignity, he has to be financially sound and should not be discriminated against or treated unequally.
Equality in Indian democracy. Every single person in this country, whether man or woman, poor or rich, educated or uneducated, belonging to any caste, creed or religion, is equal according to the Indian Constitution. Earlier, there was no law to protect people from discrimination and ill treatment. Provisions in the Constitution that establishes equality among all its citizens are: every person is equal before the law. No person can be discriminated against on the basis of their religion, race, caste, place of birth or whether they are female or male. Every person has access to all public places including playgrounds, hotels, shops and markets. Untouchability was abolished. Caste inequality in India. Caste and religious inequality still exists to a large extent in India. One of the most common forms of inequality in India is the caste system. The caste system is more common in rural India than in urban India. In the Indian caste system, Dalit is a term used for the so-called lower caste. A Dalit is often called an untouchable or outcast or a Harijan. Dalit means broken, and by using this word, lower castes are pointing to how they were and continue to be seriously discriminated against. Om Prakash Valmiki. Om Prakash belonged to the Dalit caste. He was treated very badly in school. He was not given the rights other boys of upper castes enjoyed. He was made to sit on the floor when others sat on a mat. He was made to sweep the school and the playground when other boys were studying in the classroom. In spite of all these insults and differences shown to him, Om Prakash became a famous writer. He has written about his experiences as a Dalit in his autobiography Jutan.
Indian Constitution and Equality. All Indians are equal before the law and no person can be discriminated. All adults in India have the equal right to vote during elections. The main factors that bring about inequality in the lives of people are economic status, whether a person is rich or poor, whether a person belongs to the upper caste or lower caste, religion, whether a person is a Hindu, Muslim or Christian, gender, whether a person is a male or female. Dalits have been discriminated against in all walks of their lives because they belong to a lower caste. They are treated badly in educational institutions. They are forbidden entry into many places and they are not treated with dignity most of the time. The work women do is often considered of less value than that done by the men. No more, in India, it is the caste that the poor consist of a majority of members of Dalit, Adivasi and Muslim communities and are often women.
Issues of equality in other democracies. African Americans were treated extremely unequally in the United States and denied equality through law. They were not treated equally in buses. The black Americans had to get up give their seat to white Americans. Rosa Parks 1913 to 2005 was an African American civil rights activist whom the US Congress later called mother of the modern day civil rights movement. In spite of the Civil Rights Act, African Americans continue to be among the poorest in the country. The main aim for the struggle for equality is to recognize all people as equal and to see that their dignity is maintained.
We know that people face inequality in all walks of life. The thread that connects all of these lives is that they have been treated unequally. Poverty and the lack of resources continue to be a key reason why so many people's lives in India are highly unequal. Discrimination on the basis of a person's religion, caste and sex is another significant factor for why people are treated unequally in India. Rosa Parks, an African American woman, refused to get up from her seat in a bus and give it to a white American. Rosa Parks, Dr. Ambedkar, Mr. Nelson Mandela and Martin Luther King, we have hundreds of people who fought against inequality, saying of Martin Luther, "I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal." Tawa Matsya Sangh. The Tawa Matsya Sangh, a federation of fisher workers cooperatives, an organization fighting for the rights of the displaced forest dwellers of the Satpura forest in Madhya Pradesh. The Tawa Dam was constructed on the Tawa River, a tributary of the Narmada, in 1978. The Tawa Dam is the third largest in the Narmada Valley project, which caused the submergence of 44 villages. In 1994, the government gave the rights for fishing in the Tawa Reservoir to private contractors. These contractors drove the local people away and got cheap labor from outside. Tawa Matsya Sangh TMS organized rallies and a Chakka Jam road blockade demanding their right to continue fishing for their livelihood. In 1996, the Madhya Pradesh government decided to give to the people displaced by the Tawa Dam the fishing rights for the reservoir. No more. According to the 2001 census data, women form 48% of the population, Muslims form 13% of the population, Dalits form 16% and Adivasis 8%. Struggles for equality. Throughout the world, in every community, village, city and town, you will find that there are some people who are known and respected because of their fight for equality. These people have stood up against any act of discrimination that they faced or which they have witnessed. They are people who believe in equality and treat everyone with dignity. Many organizations and women's movements have played a role in bringing about equality in many areas. The Tawa Matsya Sangh in Madhya Pradesh is an example of people coming together to fight for an issue. The Indian Constitution as a living document. By constantly referring to the Constitution, they use it as a living document that is something that has real meaning in our lives. Many people have written songs and poetry on equality, Vinay Mahajan and Kamaru Zaman, to name a few. We have also seen that many people have started organizations and led movements for equality. The Indian Constitution recognizes the equality of all persons. Movements and struggles for equality in India continuously refer to the Indian Constitution to make their point about equality and justice for all.
Let us know about the caste-based discrimination situation faced by B.R. Ambedkar. Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar is considered the father of Indian Constitution and is also the best-known leader of the Dalits. He is the chairperson for drafting of the Constitution and the first Union Law Minister of India. In 1901, when he was 9 years old, he faced a caste-based discrimination. He had gone with his brothers and cousins to meet his father in Koregaon. Let us see what he says in his own words. Around 5 o'clock in the evening, our train arrived at Mysore and we got down with our luggage. All the passengers who had got down from the train had gone away to their destinations. We 4 children waited on the platform, looking out for my father or his servant whom he had promised to send. We waited for a long time, but in vain. After an hour, the station master came near us and inquired about the tickets. We showed them, then he asked us why we are waiting here. We answered him that we are waiting for father to come. But we are unable to see him here and we don't even know how to reach Koregaon. From our way of talking and dressing, the station master thought that we were Brahmin children and showed concern on us. In the usual talk, he asked us who we were. Then we said that we were Mahars or lower caste. By listening to our answer, he was shocked and changed his face with a feeling of repulsion and went to his room. As soon as he heard my reply, he went away to his room and we stood where we were. Time is passing and the sun was almost setting, and even the station master had also left us. Our father had not turned up, nor even his servant. Then the station master came near us and asked us what we wanted to do. We answered him by saying so if we could get a bullock cart on hire, we would go to the Koregaon. Outside the station, there were many bullock carts for hire, but none of them came forward to carry us, since the only reason was that we were Mahars. Only behalf of us, the station master went around among the cartmen, but none of these showed interest and they were not prepared to suffer being impure and to humiliate himself carrying passengers of the lower classes. We were ready to pay double the charge to the cartmen. This trick also didn't work on them. All the cartmen behaved in an unfair manner. This is the first caste discrimination faced by B.R. Ambedkar. Noticeably, this situation tells us that caste-based discrimination is not only limited to avoid the rights they had and denies respect and dignity to them.